Man, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great Saturday morning. That is, if you're seeing this on Saturday. Now, we are still going through a few more things about Darrell Brooks. I ran through a petition that he made to try and interrogate Erika Patterson one more time. Now, remember, she went to the stand twice for this man. Right before they move forward, he tries to interrogate her one more time, and the judge finally denies it. I can't even believe he got to do it twice. Now, we're going to go over this, and it's going to be quite funny the way you could tell he's just grasping, just like praying to hurt this woman at any cost necessary. But anyways, y'all, I love you guys. Love the support, man. Love the Instagram follows. I love the DMs I've been getting. You guys are awesome. Check out the Patreon for the exclusive videos. Without further ado, let's get straight into this.
1248. All right, let's take up the issue of the letter and the photographs and your offer of proof, sir, if you have one.
I don't need no offer of proof.
All right, first of all, he just said he don't need no offer of proof. Before we go on, she's giving him a chance to like legitimately get her back up on the stand. You know, if he had any offer of proof, anything that was, you know, legitimate toward the case, he could have drug her ass up there for a final time. Imagine that shit. But I don't think he did his homework. Let's figure that out.
I'll ask you a second time. Do you have an offer of proof to provide, sir?
We can go past all that. I don't need to ask them questions. It's too much of an issue. It's too much of a problem.
Mr. Brown.
It's too much of an issue. It's too much of a problem. We already talked about that. Who is he looking at? The Lord? My boy is looking somewhere up high. This makes you look like a immature female. Like, what the
Brooks, I'm going to ask you for a third time. Do you have an offer?
Like, you know that girl that you're having an argument and she don't want to hear nothing. Don't talk to me. Just take me home. Just take me. Like, what is going on, bro?
Proof
I
related
just said
to
no.
the route.
I just said no. I just said that.
All right, thank you. Then, based upon there being no offer of proof, then my decision stands.
Hold on. Before we move on, I'm not trying to pause and play this shit crazy. I am not trying to pause and play this shit. I'm just finding things. Look at the forehead of the officer and look at J Prince for president, this weird black dude behind him that's for some reason supporting him. They look at each other like, did he really just do that? Look.
Mr. Brooks, I'm going to ask you for a third time. Do you have an offer of proof related
I just said
to
no.
the route?
I just said no. I just said that.
Look at the back.
All right, thank you. Then, based upon there being no offer of proof, then my decision
They look at each other like, what the fuck?
stands. As to the continuation of the examination of Ms. Patterson, I would like an offer of proof as to what you believe her probative and relevant testimony will be from this point forward.
I mean, I don't know how she's going to answer the rest of the questions. There's not that many questions left. I was almost done.
What topics generally were you going to question her about?
The jury can't be in this courtroom. See, this is how he behaved in high school. You know, when you had that group assignment and he stands in front of the class, yeah, the fidgeting, the looking up. That's just whoa. That's just a sign of nervousness. Come on, that's like basic. Somebody looking up, somebody looking at the floor, playing with their fingers. Come on, you nervous as hell, bro. Stop trying to come up. Like, man, somebody's gonna test his jaw in prison. I promise you.
I guess I'll have to look in here because so much that happened since over the past hour and a half or so. I can tell you.
I would be ashamed to support this man. Like, this guy, J Prince for president, we got to do a video on him. I've been putting it off, but it's got to happen. Man, this dude is like, why would you support him? It's an embarrassment. You're embarrassing yourself being associated with this man.
I don't intend to have too many more questions. I tell you that. I was almost finished.
I need an offer of proof as to what you believe her testimony would be, meaning what topics? And are they topics that have not already been covered either through her direct examination from the state, your cross-examination, or already covered by your direct?
I don't remember her, what do you mean by related to her direct is that from the last time she testified?
Yes, dumbass.
From the first date that she testified and from today.
All of them.
What new topics will you be?
I don't remember everything she testified to the first time. It was 2 weeks ago.
Well, that's why real lawyers have paralegals and they have paperwork and they have people working while they're sleeping, and you know they're a lawyer. You're over here. It's not their fault that you're unprepared. That just means you're a shitty lawyer. Like, I like how the fact that he's unprepared makes the court unfair. No, that just makes you unprepared.
Mr. Brooks, this is your opportunity to prevent relevant and probative evidence, but under 906.11, she's already been questioned now twice by you. So what new topics do you intend to question her about when she comes back on the witness stand?
What do you mean by new topics?
Topics that you haven't already covered.
What, pursuant to the police report or something? Is that what you're asking?
No,
I don't understand.
I'm asking you. I'll ask you once again, sir, give me an offer of proof as to what you believe your questioning will be as to Ms. Patterson going.
He could say anything, bro. I want to see what color clothes she was wearing that day because it relates to the parade. I think I saw her in the parade. Like, bro, you can make something up. This guy is so stubborn. He doesn't know how to play the game. He just wants, all he knows is defiance. You know, let me just defy. Be a dick, defy, and insult. That's not going to get you anywhere, especially when everybody around you has more control over your life than you do. Everybody around him has more control over his life than himself. Like, well, damn. How about that much? So at least show some respect and play the game. This guy's a fucking moron. I'd be ashamed to have that as my seed. But I'd be ashamed of myself even more because I created that shit. Talking to Don and his dad. Like,
going forward.
And you say it related to topics, right?
You can just give me the topics. I think that's fair.
I wanted to ask questions about the police reports. That was the last few questions. That's why I'm saying it was
police
only...
reports.
Is it a statement that she wrote?
I don't know if it's a statement that she wrote in here.
Do
Possibly
you see a written statement with her signature
I
on
would
it?
have to go through all the paperwork.
Is there a written statement from Ms. Patterson?
No, Your Honor.
It's my understanding Detective Guth spoke to her on both occasions. Is that right?
Yes, with Detective Barrett with him on the first occasion. Detective Barrett wrote that first report.
Oh, I like how he gets angry when she asks prosecution. Now remember, prosecution and defense shared the same files, so she's just checking the more prepared. Look at them. They have computers. They have notes. They have this guy in the corner who seems to do nothing, but I'm pretty sure he's doing something. You know what I mean? Like, and who the hell is this guy? He's always in the corner saying nothing, doing nothing, looking around. But he's always with the squad. I've just grown used to him. But at any point, bro is just unprepared. I mean, even prosecution is helping this guy. Like, bro.
These were also recorded.
Previously provided with discovery?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
What about the police report, sir? Do you want to question her about, so I know with specificity?
Oh, I'm looking at it now.
I like how he makes the questions up on the fly. It's amazing.
How many officers did reports? Because it seemed like it's more than just 2. At least from this paperwork, is more than 2.
Is he? You're supposed to give a summary of what you're gonna ask. He's just asking the judge a question.
May I have Bill show me what Mr. Brooks is referring to? I can maybe help him try and explain, but
Sure.
I don't know what he's talking about.
but whoever that officer is right there. I have to snatch it.
She didn't even snatch it. Wait, did she snatch it?
I have to snatch it. I can't find the first place to it, but whoever that officer is right there.
She just took it.
I have to snatch it.
She literally just took it. She literally just took it. I saw no snatch.
So I've got pages 2 and 3 out of 6 from Detective Barron's report under Waukesha Police Department incident number 21-047533. This is one of the 2 reports we've been talking about regarding the statements that Ms. Patterson gave to detectives on November 21st and then on November 22nd. This is the first statement.
Is that the officer you just said?
Yes.
Now
What
what?
about that report do you want to question this witness about?
The report is not in order, so again, as I stated before, I would have to read it.
Mr. Brooks, I trust that you're prepared. These are your witnesses. So what question?
And that officer, I like that chick officer. She's so nice, and she handed it right back to him. Like, what do you mean she snatched it? And I would have just if it was me, I would have passed by him and dropped that motherfucker right in front of him and looked at it fall, and then kept walking. She handed it to him, kept her hand out until he took it and let go. Sweet lady.
What about that report do you want to question Ms. Patterson on?
Oh yeah, blow
I
it.
just stated 3 times.
Blow up
I
that
would
whole
have to
situation.
read a little bit of this to form the questions.
So you
Under my
haven't read
authority,
it?
under 90611, then, and given that this witness was initially called by the state, there was a full and fair opportunity for cross-examination by Mr. Brooks at that time, and they had ample time this morning to question her. I will declare that his questioning of her to be closed. I will bring the witness out on the witness stand and then we'll bring the jury out, and then I will simply ask the state if there are any questions, and then we'll move on from there.
Just so I understand what do you mean by closed.
You can't.
I'm not.
Well, you know what that means. You can't question her no more. It's over. We're moving on. You get to go to jail sooner. He really just wants to destroy her life. Man, he was going to do so many things to try and make her look bad. Damn.
Allowing you to ask her any additional questions, given your full and fair opportunity that you had previously when she was called by the state, and given the opportunity you had this morning and your failure to identify for this court any probative and relevant information that she would testify to about what's in that report.
How do I, first of all, the report isn't even in order. So I would have to essentially read at least some of it to even ask a
Mr. Brooks,
question.
this is your witness. I expect that you will be prepared and you will not cause delay by any lack thereof. So I'm bringing the witness out. The jury will come out, and you will not have another opportunity to ask any additional questions unless the state asks questions on cross-examination.
So what is we bringing the witness out for?
I
then
have
if
to do
can't-
that in front of the jury.
Man, I object to that ruling too. Can you give me a lawful law why?
Your objection is noted for the record. If you start interrupting me when the jury comes out or make any commentary, you will be removed to the other courtroom, and that's.
So I'm being held
In front of the jury. He's an idiot, bro. I hope he does keep cutting her off so the jury comes out and they get to see him get taken to the other courtroom. Man, I mean, how can you not be biased against this guy as a jury member? There's zero likability to this guy. Zero whatsoever. He has bad teeth, gingivitis, so you know he's got bad breath. He's rude. He's a child guy. He likes the younger sort of the female, of the female options. He'll go younger, which is disgusting. Like, bro, there's zero likable points for him. He's just digging deeper and deeper and deeper.
contempt again?
No, it's not contempt, sir. It's a finding under Illinois versus Allen. It's a warning that you will forfeit your right
So I might
to
as
be
well
present.
I might as well have just
No
stayed
such
over there.
contempt finding.
I might as well have just stayed over there then if I was
Mr.
going to get held in
Brooks,
contempt.
that decision is for you and you alone to make, and it is based on your conduct. If you're going to
Just
continue.
take me over there. Just take me over there because I'm not finna get held in contempt for nothing.
I have not held you in contempt.
You did.
You're
You're attempting to hold me in contempt. That's what that is.
No, that's not contempt.
So is it civil or criminal?
He's been watching way too many movies, man. There's more things than being held in contempt. You can just get kicked the fuck out of court. That simply. It's kind of irritating watching them. Hold on. He's just bypassing everything she said about Illinois versus Allen. Like, hold on, back it up.
That is nothing.
I have not held you in contempt.
You did.
You're
attempting to hold me in contempt. That's what that is.
No, that's not contempt.
So is it civil or criminal? Why am I being
Mr.
held in
Brooks?
contempt?
I'm going to keep you in here because
that's the whole reason
you're
I
going to need
didn't
to
want to
call
come.
the next witness, and I'm going to need
Your
to
Honor.
bring you over in any event.
That's the whole reason why I didn't want to come over here, because you was going to find a reason to hold me in contempt.
Well, I'm finding a reason, and it's not contempt, but I'd find a reason to remove you based upon your disruptive outbursts.
Well, then remove me if
and
that's
your-
what you want to do. Remove me then.
I like how she corrected him to the point to where he was just like, well, then remove me. If it's not contempt, then just remove me. It was like, you're an idiot, bro. Like, what a fucking dumbass, man. I would be so ashamed. And I know his dad is somewhere watching this shit, and he's like, oh, shit, isn't that my son? Ashamed. I'd be ashamed, bro. That's what my child did. That's what my fucking seed went out into the world and did. Throw it away, bro. Throw him away. I don't know that man. I don't know him. I'm not for the disownership, but he is an exception. You, Dawn, if you feel like it, you can legally change your name and just, he's not your son no more.
I don't want to do it, sir. I
Obviously
want you
you
in
do.
this courtroom.
Obviously you do. You brought it up before we can even get to.
All right. Mr. Brooks has forfeited his right to be present in this courtroom for the remainder of this witness. Even
So
though it will be
did I
short,
actually forfeit that right?
you have forfeited your right to be present.
And how did I forfeit that right, Your
By
Honor?
being a
Right.
dick.
We're going off the record so that he can be removed to the other courtroom, and he can call his next witness after we complete with Ms. Patterson and giving the state an opportunity from the neighboring courtroom. And once you can promise to this court that you will abide by the rules of decorum and civility, and if you're willing to conduct yourself consistently within that, then I will allow you to come back over.
So why am I being held in contempt now?
I'm not holding you in contempt.
Then what did I do?
All right, I'm gonna step off. You've interrupted repeatedly. I'm gonna step off.
Oh my God. It just frustrates me that she's so soft with him. You know, yeah. Dorow, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta love her. She needs to do more like domestic shit. I don't know. This whole thing with Darrell Brooks being just the bulldozer of this whole conversation is irritating. And she's like, "Yep, you keep interrupting me. I'm just gonna step off. You need some bass in your voice, man. You need to put that man in his place. Like, I get it. Avoid a mistrial. She wanted to avoid a mistrial. Whatever, bro. Whatever." Anyways, y'all, that was the Darrell Brooks saga. You know, we have a bunch of witnesses, but YouTube is really sketchy. I might release them on Patreon because they're super graphic. Every witness that I try to do on YouTube usually gets blocked, and I really want to do them, so I might throw them on Patreon. I'm not sure yet. But I will let you guys know. It's not a plug for the Patreon or anything. I'm going to try to put them up here as a primary thing. So I'll let you know if they're over there, but, you know. Anyways, y'all, I love you guys, man. It was a dope-ass video. Make sure you guys have a great Saturday. You'll probably see this around midday. Yeah, and, you know, Sunday coming up, we're going to have some more good shit. Stay tuned. Stay locked in. We're at 10.5. I'm living in the future. We're at 9.5K. Call that 9.51K. It's a beautiful feeling. Like when I hit the 10K, I know it's just going to reset my mind. It's like, we need 20K. You know what I mean? Because that's where I'm at right now. We're growing this bitch all the way to the roof. Anyways, guys, I'm out. Love you. Peace.